in everything, in the same way as you might, a Christian might see God in the natural world, that kind of transference. Your question was, is there a moral component of this world that I've described in the same way as there is in, for example, Christianity? And if there is, how did that play out in the Vikings' attitudes to everybody else? That's actually I think it's a question that feeds in very well to what I'm talking about, because the answer is no. There is no moral component in the Viking view of the world as expressed through the mythology. There's no sense in which your behavior in life influences where you go after death, for example. There are a number of different destinations for the dead, and they're very complicated. I'll talk a bit about them tomorrow and on Thursday. But there's no idea of a good behavior in a religious sense. One thing that I'll come back to near the end of this series is the idea of predestination, that your fate is fixed. And there's nothing you can do to alter it.
That's what gets me about these things.
Your
Like,
fate
okay,
is
so why
fixed
is that
by the
spot like
norms
that?
when you're
You know what I'm
born.
saying? Like,
They
this
know
thing
where you're
all
going.
the way
You
where the
don't know it,
motherfucker went,
but
the
they
whole
do.
way across the...
And what's important, this is where morality does come into it, but not as a result of religious ideas, really. What's important is the manner of your conduct as you go to meet that fate that you can't change. So there are certain ideas about, for example, hospitality is very important. You should be good to your guests. Among these poems that I mentioned, there's some lists of good advice, and you can find them today published as kind of like words of wisdom. There's some great things in there, things like the stupid man does best to keep silent because nobody will know how stupid he is if he doesn't say anything. Things like that. So there's these kinds of so there's sort of guidelines for how you should behave, but not that sort of detailed morality. And in terms of how that plays out in the Vikings' actions, one of the things that their victims go on about again and again is that these people don't see the world the way we do. So when they, one of the things that really upsets the Anglo-Saxons is how much they attack monasteries. They destroy